Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about setting goals and managing expectations for your team. So first things first, you have to realize who your team is and ask yourself, is it going to be you as the owner who's setting the goals and managing expectations, or is it going to be your manager, right? So if it's you, you have a smaller practice, you're going to be handling that. You want to make sure that you own it. If it's not, your manager is going to own it and they're going to report back to you, okay? So that's number one. So number two, we want to make sure that we set the right expectations, right? So expectations or goals can be synonymous. So you have two types of expectations or goals. You have your qualitative and your quantitative. So your quantitative goals, they're things like sales. They're going to be directly tied to your KPI, to your key performance index. This is the data that you're going to be tracking for your business, right? They're going to be your sales. They're going to be your consult to retention, conversion rates. Sales are going to be daily, weekly, monthly, annually, quarter over quarter, right? And they're going to trickle up from your staff, right? So you want to you track your sales, you track your conversion rates, you want to tie your sales back to, and your conversion rates back to your marketing channels. So this is, something that, for example, your manager would do. Obviously, your sales and consultation conversion rates, this is going to be your technicians, the people who are actually performing consultations. And then we have things like, number of visits, right? We want these people to come back. We want these people to spend X amount of money. We want these people to refer us X amount of times, right? And we want to increase our retention rate. We want to put X amount of people on memberships. So those are going to be some of your key metrics, right? And that's really all going to feed into your annual patient value, which is going to feed into your lifetime value, right? So really depending on what the person does, whether they're a manager or a technician, you want to make sure you attribute a certain number of goals, right? So for a technician, it's going to be, it's going to be how many consults they see, how many people buy something else, how much they buy. If they're getting good results, then they're going to refer. How many referrals are we getting? All that stuff. So it's either going to be you or your manager who's going to be managing this. Qualitative things are, going to be certain things like it's as silly as keeping your practice clean. Another thing like reply to reviews, and so on and so on and so on. These are going to be very basic things that are going to tie to the expectations. So anything that you covered with them in the hiring process and a training process. This is going to be things like following processes. This is going to be things like showing up to work on time. This is going to be things like making sure they adhere to policies or the process as it relates to the treatment. This is going to be make sure that they keep their clients accountable, that people are coming back, that there's appointments on the books, and people are getting results for their treatment plans, etc. So we have all of our goals and expectations in place. We want to make sure we have accountability, right? We want to make sure that we are keeping our teams accountable with check-ins and reviews. Those are going to be performance reviews. A lot of this we don't do in our industry, but check-ins, reviews, and just having conversations and pulse check on the data. Having meetings with your team just to see what went right, what went wrong, how can we make things better, and taking corrective actions to actually help them and support them in meeting their goals and expectations every single day.